Oh my gosh, it's been so long.
My mind, on my mind, on my mind, mind. You think you think you think you think
Hey yo, what's up? It's your girl Destiny Arianna. Yo, it's really been so long. And yeah, I'm back. I'm so sorry that I've been gone again. Okay, so I just got home. It is now winter break. I'm super excited. I'm gonna be uploading all break. I've just been super busy. But yeah, this video is going to explain why. But I have a package. It's lit. So I don't know if some of you guys know about this. Demetrius Harmon, he dropped this line, the You Matter sweaters or hoodies or whatever, and I had to cop. Like, I really did. If I could just get it open, that'd be great. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna just put this on real quick. Y'all, I love it. I'm super excited. This is really like, this is dope. Okay, so anyway, the reason I'm making this video is to basically explain why I've been MIA part 2, but college edition. So most of you guys know that I am a sophomore at Bowdoin, and this was my sophomore fall, and usually, like, in college, things get rough, and you have like a 2-week span when it stops and you can slow down and breathe, and I feel like that 2 weeks just kept going and going and going, and there was never a time for me to really breathe. And I know, high key, that might sound dramatic, but like, guys, this sophomore fall was really rough. Just for me personally, if you saw my last video on my entire year reflection, or my spring reflection for the semester, you saw that my grades did not go the way that I wanted them to. My grades dropped a lot. So that was basically just motivation for me this semester to really like bust my butt to bring my GPA back up. Cause like, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, cause I'm always honest and I try really hard to be honest, my GPA went from like a really high 3, like middle 3, to like below a 3 and like middle 2 sort of. So basically dropped an entire point. And that really took a toll on me. So this semester I was like, I'm not playing that. Like, I'm not doing that again. I'm bringing my GPA up. Like, I'm doing whatever I gotta do to do that. And that's what I did. But I'm not gonna say that it was something that was easy. It was honestly really hard. Just because it wasn't just the pressure to like do well. I had to do extremely well, because my goal this semester was to get at least 2 A's. I'm gonna figure that out. I don't get grades back until January, but I felt the need to make this video, especially now after finishing the semester and finishing finals. Just to say, like, things get rough sometimes, and like, you really gotta push yourself to get through them. There were a lot of times this semester where I literally, like, I'm a crybaby. If you know me, you know I'm a crybaby. I literally would just cry out of frustration and cry out of, you know, just like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I putting myself through this? Like, I can take an easier route, like all this stuff, and just like really having to like get to the lowest of lows and like get to the bottom to realize like, and remember like why you're doing it. So just background on what this semester has looked like. So I took drawing 1, and I also took protest music, which is a Africana music class talking about resistance through music. I also took this African art and visual culture class, which is an art history and Africana studies class exploring African art within the diaspora and the continent. What was the 4th one? Oh, and a sociology class, which was global politics of work. So in the beginning of the semester, I basically was trying to figure out if I wanted to major in Africana if I wanted to major in soc, and where the heck visual arts would fit into that. So it just was like really confusing and a lot of pressure of like, oh, I'm a sophomore, so I have to declare this year. Oh my god, declaring. Guys, I tell you, the pressure to declare is just so rough. But like, I had to come to the realization, people have been telling me that like your major really doesn't matter. And like, I swear, people will keep telling me that, and I'm like, no, this is what I'm gonna do. Y'all, your major really doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't. It really doesn't. Like, I mean, it helps because it helps you acquire skill, but it's not like that label is going to determine what you're doing with the rest of your life. And I think for me, I really had to realize that, like, yo, this is not defining me. Because when I start putting myself in a box, I start to get anxiety, I start to overthinking. It's just not it's not okay. So I had to come to the realization that, hey, like, there's no box. This is just you're like basically just taking a bunch of classes and wow, you fit this requirement. Cool, like you can major in it. Bam. So I've came to the decision that I want to declare Africana studies as a major, and I'm going to declare minor in visual arts. Just because like I really love Africana studies. And Bowdoin has this track thing where you can study the African continent, or you can study the African American experience within like 2 different tracks. And I chose the African American track. I didn't declare yet, but I'm just telling you guys what I plan on declaring. But it's crazy because literally the fact that I can even tell you guys what I want to declare right now in this moment is just mind-blowing to me. Because if you asked me this 2 weeks ago, people would ask me all the time, oh Destiny, what are you declaring? I would literally be like, like, leave me alone, stop, please, no, don't ask me that. But yeah, I've just gotten, yeah, like, I'm telling you guys, like, I started talking to people, like, really, like, upperclassmen really helped me out with this. Like, shout out to all of you upperclassmen if y'all watching, whatever. But like, just speaking to other people who went through what I'm going through as of right now was really helpful to figure out what the heck I'm doing. And yeah, so I just think it's great to see the growth in me realizing that about majors, because that was a lot of pressure that I was feeling too, with feeling like I had to solidify my life. But again, just talking about like why I guess this semester was really hard for me is like I had to push myself in ways that like I didn't think I could be pushed. Like, if you guys remember my old videos, I tell you, like, in high school, I was considered like a great writer, like amazing writer. Like, my teachers really used to gas me and be like, yo, Destiny, like, you're amazing, like, write a book, all this good stuff. And I'm just like, yeah. And then I got to college and they're just like, this is okay. And I'm like, what? So, I mean, it's a journey, but yeah, I'm writing papers and I'm like really thinking about my argument, thinking about how I'm portraying this, how I'm doing that, like just all my assignment. Like, I feel like, well, since I'm a humanities major, I write majority papers, and I don't really have a lot of exams. Like, art history was probably the only class that I took that I had like exams in. But yeah, like, I've really like been testing myself as a writer, and I have this problem where I have a bunch of good ideas in my head and it just doesn't translate well sometimes. Like, I can explain it to you in person, they're like, okay, just write that. I get to the computer, I'm like, what we doing? Like, I don't know. So yeah, I think that was really interesting too, just like seeing my thought process change in how I was writing, and the pressure of that too. Like, not just pressure to get a B, like pressure to try to get an A. That was hard, just because I have this goal of like trying to get to, just to bring my GPA back up, because I know that will. And then there's also studying abroad. There's just a whole bunch of things that have been stressing me out. But I decided to tell you guys this, now that I'm done with school, like, I'm really stressed. And like, there was a point, the reason why I stopped recording is just because, like, y'all, to like sit here and set up my camera and, you know, like, not even like try to smile, but like for YouTube, like, you want to present yourself well. I mean, like, you're not always well all the time, but you don't want to be like going on the camera crying, and like high key, y'all, that was me. I didn't even want to talk about college, and I apologize to a lot of people who've been messaging me about Bowdoin. Like, I'm gonna get back to you guys, I promise, like within the next like couple of days. But like I didn't even want to talk about college or like speak about it or like make videos about it, because it was just like so hard, and I was just so invested in trying to figure out what the heck I was doing with myself. Like, when I tell you guys, like, I was literally just crying. And this is not like for everyone. I'm just like shit. Like, you guys know, I literally just talk about my own experience, and I'm not saying that this experience reflects everybody at Bowdoin's experience. But for me, it's just been that pressure of also, I feel like this year of all years, I felt Bowdoin's pressure as like an elite institution. And what I mean by that is like, okay, funny story, like when I applied to Bowdoin, I didn't know how prestigious it was, because I really don't know how I didn't know, but I guess it's just a different sort of vibe at Bowdoin. Like, you know that everyone's sort of stressed, but no one's showing that they're stressed, and I'm very transparent half of the time. Like, if I'm stressed, you're gonna know in my face that I'm stressed, and it's just this vibe of like, yo, I know that it's finals week, so why is everyone literally laughing and like jumping around and like whatever? Like, it's just like this weird sort of like, nah, like I'm good, everything's okay sort of vibe thing. And I don't really know if this is just Bowdoin or if this is at a lot of elite institutions. But yeah, I think that's just super weird when like you try to get reassurance from other people and everybody's just like, everything's great, everything's fine, and you're just like, is it really? Like, is it? I don't know about all that. There hasn't been a lot of personal like drama with myself. I feel like this year mainly it's just been like, I feel like I'm a sophomore, like I'm still new at Bowdoin, but I also know enough, and I'm like low-key like transitioning into this like, y'all, I feel like I just started college and now I'm almost halfway done, and it's just like, whoa, like I'm not with it. Like, I'm just like, yo, slow down, please. Like, I'm not ready to adult, and like there's just a lot of pressure of what you're gonna do with yourself, what you're gonna do with your summer, what job are you gonna have when you graduate, what are you gonna do with your, like, all these different things that everyone's just throwing at you, not only people at school but like at home. And like, yeah, it's a lot. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm talking with my hands a lot right now. I'm gonna just but yeah, I just think this year was really hard, not only from academic pressure, but there was just a lot of mental pressure. And I just feels really good to like speak about that now that I'm done. Like, the relief when I turned in that last assignment yesterday night, y'all, like, yo, it just felt great. But like, I know I always kind of do this, but just like looking back from like a day, it's just, I can see my growth from this semester and last semester in terms of how I handled this year. Like, I know that I said I went out, I was very social last year, and I think like I think I low-key, like a high-key, I'm gonna speak positivity, y'all. Speak positivity into existence. Like, my hard work is gonna pay off. Like, I have to keep like saying I think my hard work is going to pay off. My hard work will pay off. I'm gonna keep saying that. But like, I like stopped going out. I probably went to a party 3 times a semester. Just realizing like, yo, I mean, my school's not even a party school, and for me, like, I like to go out and I like to have fun, you know, I like to dance, all that good stuff. But if the parties are not even my scene, why am I wasting my time? You know what I mean? So I'd rather just either hang out with my friends, do something productive, or rest, because like I feel like you just get mentally drained. Like, in college, when you're working super hard all the time, you're mentally exhausted, and you like take those little breaks that you have for granted all the time. But I'm just gonna conclude this video because I think like it was a good way for me to really like just speak out how I feel at the moment. Not really reflections from the semester yet, because I haven't got my grades back, but just like initial like, whoosa, like I'm done, I'm gonna breathe now, just share what's been on my mind with you guys, some of the pressure. I'm gonna be making more videos, so I'm really excited because now I actually have time. I have a month that I'm gonna be home for. But yeah, I just really wanted to, you know, share this with you because I missed you guys and I miss speaking with you and like building that connection. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for future videos, any comments, questions, all that good stuff, just let me know in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed already, you should definitely do that. If you made it to the end of this video, please subscribe. More content coming soon, and I hope you guys have a great day and a great break.